Well, not every weekend is as successful as the last one. Stay tuned, watch us make a number of mistakes, watch us learn from them. See what comes up next. So what's the plan for the day?
So we're gonna try and cut down one of these red pine trees so we can get some planks to give us a foundation to put the sawmill on. All right, so let's figure out the circumference of this tree so we can understand the diameter. This is one of the bigger ones. So what do we got?
We got roughly 45 inches, so it's 15 inches in diameter roughly. Pay attention to geometry, kids.
There's a good candidate down there that I think I can drop right through here. And there's this one that I'd have to drop that way. I'm not a huge fan of that. We need the base to set the sawmill on.
Okay.
Right? Because we don't want to just set it on the ground because the feet are tiny and they'll sink in and it'll make them harder to level.
So you need 2 planks?
So the idea is, we run 2 planks or some combination of planks so that the feet have something to set on, so you've got a good stable base for the sawmill so it's not going to sink down. Thinking about this one, we got 26.
Alright, well,
So what's that give us?
a little under 9, 8-ish.
I think that's a good width for a base. So I picked the tree, and I've got a pretty clear opening to drop it. I'm going to take out one other small tree down just to make sure it doesn't get hung up in there. We do have a bit of a breeze, so I'm thinking about maybe trying to rope the tree off. But we'll have to see what it looks like when I'm actually starting to cut. So we'll see what happens.
What happened?
So while you watch me struggle trying to free my saw, I wanted to talk about what went wrong here. I didn't rope the tree off, which obviously I should have at this point. I was able to get the saw free, which you will see here in a second after a lot of struggling. The second mistake I did is I didn't make my hinge thin enough. I left too much hinge in there, and you'll see me make that same mistake later. I was able to use one of the large poles to push the tree over and get some leverage on it. It still ended up getting hung up because of the breeze, but life happens, and we decided to stay safe. Now you can watch me carry some logs around. While I was shoring up the road, our little helpers continued to clean up the area from the last video that we'll put the sawmill in. What I'm thinking now is we don't want to mess with the big pines because we want those for flooring. So maybe we take this down. The wind's with us on this one. We can fell it that way against the way the wind's or with the wind. Drop it. It looks plenty wide enough to get some good planks. So what do you think?
Worth a shot.
So with this tree, I was smart enough to rope it off. However, I learned a very valuable lesson, that you should tie your rope in a place where you can access it later. That way you can continue to put tension on it if needed. So again here, I undercut my hinge, and it's a problem that I'm going to have to work on. However, with a little work and some wedges, we were able to get the tree to fall. Enjoy. So with the tree down, we got it cut up in the lengths that would fit the sawmill. I cut a couple of small logs so we could get it up and off the ground, just to make it a little easier for us. More. And we were leveling the sawmill.
I mean straight like
This way.
this way?
This way. Alright, well I think the saw's on. Now we need to figure out if the depth is right and go from there. See what's next.
So this was an interesting moment for me. I'm gonna look down to my left here in a second and notice that the sawdust is just coming out. It's not coming out in chips. It's very hard to push forward, and the saw ends up throwing its chain.
We're gonna stop for the day?
Yeah, there's it looks like there's a couple of bent teeth or something. It's not sitting right in the bar. The chain slipped off the cover. It knocked the cover off. Like, not gonna chance a expensive motor head and safety for for trying to get this done today. I'm gonna go the safe route. Order a new chain or two. Come back.
Since we couldn't proceed with the sawmill, we wrapped the day up with a couple of small chores. We're putting some grass seed down to help prevent erosion, split some wood.
Well, at least we got firewood.